Have you ever had that sinking feeling? That moment when you realize something important passed you by, not because you weren't talented, not because you didn't want it, but because you weren't ready when it arrived. Here's the hard truth most people learn too late. Opportunity doesn't knock loudly. It doesn't wait patiently. And it doesn't care about your excuses. It shows up once, often unannounced, and it leaves evidence only in regret. But every once in a while, there's someone who's ready. This is the story of one of them. Stay with me. In a busy coastal city filled with startups, dreams, and unfinished ambitions, lived a man named Dwayne Cole. Dwayne was 34 years old, and according to society, he was behind. By day, Dwayne worked as a delivery driver for a medical supply company. He wore a plain uniform, drove the same routes, clocked in and out like thousands of others. Most people barely noticed him, but what they didn't know was this. Dwayne wasn't just delivering packages. He was studying systems. Dwayne's real dream was to work in operations management, helping companies fix broken processes, save money, and run smarter. He didn't talk about it much, not because he lacked confidence, but because he understood something dangerous about talking too early. It feels like progress, even when it isn't. Every delivery was a lesson. He noticed inefficiencies, poor scheduling, wasted motion, delays that could have been avoided. While others complained, Dwayne observed. And every night after work, he wrote everything down. His apartment was small. No fancy furniture. No TV dominating the room. Just notebooks, flowcharts, online courses pulled up on an old laptop. While friends relaxed, Dwayne practiced presentations no one asked for. When his sister asked him once, "Why are you working so hard for a job you don't even have?" Dwayne replied calmly, "Because when it shows up, I don't want to be learning. I want to be ready." Years passed. Nothing happened. No promotion. No recognition. No big break. Just routes, packages, and silence. Then came Thursday morning. An ordinary day. The kind people forget. Dwayne arrived at a large private hospital to deliver supplies. As he walked in, he noticed chaos. Staff arguing, carts blocking hallways, a delay causing patients to wait longer than necessary. Most drivers would have dropped the boxes and left. Dwayne paused. A supervisor nearby muttered, "This place is bleeding time and money." Dwayne didn't mean to speak, but he did. "There's a bottleneck on the third floor," he said respectfully. "It's caused by the delivery sequence." The supervisor looked surprised. "You noticed that?" Dwayne nodded. "I've been noticing it for months." That comment changed everything. The supervisor asked questions. Dwayne answered carefully, confidently, without ego. He explained how rerouting deliveries could reduce delays by 18%, how reorganizing storage would cut staff walking time in half. Not theory, observation, preparation. By the end of the conversation, the supervisor said, "Come upstairs with me." Dwayne found himself in a meeting room with hospital administrators. People who usually never spoke to delivery drivers. One of them asked, "How do you know all this?" Dwayne answered simply, "I've been preparing for the moment someone would ask." He didn't ask for a job. He didn't beg. He opened his notebook. Pages of diagrams, process improvements, solutions tested in thought long before reality invited them. 2 weeks later, Dwayne was offered a temporary consulting role. 3 months later, it became permanent. 1 year later, he was leading efficiency projects across multiple hospitals. Someone once told him, "You got lucky. You were in the right place at the right time." Dwayne smiled. "No, I was in the right state of readiness." And that's the lesson. Right now, you may feel invisible, underpaid, overlooked, stuck doing something that doesn't match your potential. But listen carefully. Your current position is not a punishment. It's preparation. Opportunity doesn't arrive when you feel confident. It arrives when it's inconvenient, when you're tired, when it looks ordinary. Most people miss it because they're waiting for fireworks. But opportunity usually whispers. Here are 3 truths to remember. First, every small task is training for something bigger. How you do the unnoticed work determines how you'll handle the visible work. Second, opportunity rarely looks like success at first. It looks like responsibility, extra effort, a moment where no one forces you, but you step up anyway. Third, luck is preparation meeting timing. Nothing more, nothing mystical. So here's the question only you can answer. If opportunity crossed your path today, not next year, not someday, would you be ready? Starting today, prepare one skill that matters to your future. Organize your work like someone could ask for it tomorrow. Treat ordinary moments like they might be auditions for something bigger, because they often are. The world doesn't reward potential. It rewards preparation. And when opportunity shows up, and it will, you won't have time to get ready. You'll only have time to respond. If this story spoke to you, share it with someone who's still waiting. And remember this, don't wait for opportunity to change your life. Prepare so well that when it appears, your life has no choice but to change. Stay ready.